Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'd like to do is show you how to factor a binomial, sorry, not binomial, but a polynomial using the difference of two squares. Now, using the difference of two squares is a binomial, but I really wanted to focus on the difference of two squares and polynomials. So when we look at the difference of two squares, the main tenet of difference of two squares is a squared term subtracted from another square term. And when we were dealing with quadratics and factoring and solving using difference of two squares, it was fairly basic. Your terms a and b, were either numbers or they were numbers with a variable or a variable. So it was pretty simplistic, and the powers were always 2, so it wasn't that bad. And if you remember, a squared minus b squared was simply a factor form of a minus b times a plus b. Now, what's nice about polynomials is that pattern of difference of two squares remains the same. However, when we're dealing with polynomials in this course, we're going to deal with terms of a that are a little bit more complicated, and we're not going to just deal with exponents that are 2. So what we're going to want to do when we do this is identify what a is and identify the values of b. And there's a little way that we can do that. So let's kind of look at an example, and I'll just make one up. Let's do 4x squared minus 9x to the 6th power. Okay? If I wanted to solve this by difference of two squares, basically what I need to do is I need to take this into two terms that are squared. So what I need to do is I need to rewrite this as a term that is squared. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the square root of both of these terms. Now, the square root of 4x squared, you're going to do these separately. The square root of 4 is 2. The square root of x squared is just x. And then minus the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of x to the 6, which means what term multiplied by itself gives us x to the 6th? That's going to be x cubed. Again, x cubed times x cubed equals x to the 3 plus 3, which equals x to the 6th. Okay? So I have this term minus this term. Now these are both squared. Now let's again verify that we know that these are squared terms. Remember, when you're squaring a term, the squaring distributes to both of our terms. As long as they're separated by multiplication, they distribute. 2 squared is 4. X squared is x squared. 3 squared is 9. And x to the 3rd to the 6th. There we go. So now we know our a and our b. So our a is 2x, and our b is 3x cubed. Now what I know at my a and b, I can simply just plug them into my formula. So that's going to be 2x minus 3x squared times 2x plus 3x squared. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you apply the difference of two squares. Thanks.